Rach from Cruising with the 4Bs.
Hi, I'm Tom.
So today we are going to talk through 10 ships which are all sailing from Southampton next year. So if you are thinking of booking a cruise for summer 2027, we are going to go through 10 ships that we have sailed on. 2 of them we haven't, but we have sailed on the sister ship, and we're going to let you know if we think they would suit you, if they wouldn't suit you, and hopefully one of the 10 will. Arvia, approximate capacity of 5,200 guests.
Can go up to 6,000 loads.
Ooh. In summer of 2027, it is cruising the Med, Spain, France and Italy.
1 week and 2 week cruises in the last year that it'll be doing the 2 week Mediterraneans.
So Arvia, as we've just said, is a very large ship. However, would be ideal for first time cruisers. Pretty easy to navigate your way around the ship. Perfect for families, lots of stuff for kids to do. Wouldn't necessarily recommend it for people wanting a small, quiet ship with no children on board.
100%. It's very British. If you want a British line, also I would say final recommendation for this, if you have never cruised before and you love all-inclusives in Spain, then this is a great transition over to cruising. Don't you agree?
Well, not just Spain. You could be going to
Turkey,
Italy,
wherever them.
Anywhere all-inclusive. It's perfect.
I personally wouldn't recommend it to experienced cruisers or cruisers that want a bit of a Mediterranean non-British feel. Arvia, great choice. Queen Anne. Queen Anne has a capacity of around 3,000 guests. Started life only a few years ago in 2024. We were on the Absolute Maiden.
We were.
Don't know what an Absolute Maiden is compared to a maiden.
Just a maiden.
But it's got mainly 1 week cruises in 2027, going to the fjords, going to Northern Europe and down to the Mediterranean, but mainly 1 week cruises. Rachel, who would you recommend Queen Anne to?
I would recommend Queen Anne to couples who are experienced cruisers, not necessarily people who are used to the Cunard brand, because I did find Queen Anne was very, very different to the others. Yeah. However, there's no reason that you wouldn't love it.
And people who like to dress up, it's still very formal, like the other Cunard ships. But let's say people that want Cunard, but a bit more modern, I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah, and a little bit more relaxed, I think.
Families?
Families with teenagers, yes, I would recommend, or families with babies. With younger kids, our kids, they wouldn't enjoy Queen Anne.
No, I would not recommend it to families or people who want water slides, ice rinks. None of those, you're going to find those on Cunard. Recommend it for people who like traditional cruising and also like dressing up as well. As we move on to the next one.
Aurora.
Ooh.
So Aurora is a P&O ship which holds up to 1,870 guests. That's very, very specific, isn't it? So summer of 2027 is cruising Mediterranean, Scandinavia, Spain and Portugal. So I have been on Aurora. It's a very traditional cruise ship. I absolutely loved it. I went with a group of friends, would be perfect for going with a group of girls. Really relaxing time, nice quiet ship. The staff, the service were all amazing, and actually it was very different to any of the other P&O cruises I have done.
And exciting. We are going on Aurora very, very soon, because next summer will be the first full summer that kids can go on board. School holidays now, children can go on board. So very specific, if you're a family who enjoys ports, the longer cruises, like to entertain yourself but want to have traditional cruising, then it's for you. It is not for you if you want kids clubs. There won't be any kids clubs. There won't be any water parks, massive activities like that. So only certain families. So, and also I wouldn't recommend it summer holidays if you don't like kids and you're a couple.
Yeah, a bit controversial that one, isn't there? A lot of chat in the forums about...
But don't forget, it is adults only out of the holidays.
Yeah, exactly. And if you've not got kids, well, unless you're a teacher going on cruises in the summer holidays, you're going to find them.
Freedom of the Seas is the Royal Caribbean ship for 2027, summer 2027. I went on Liberty of the Seas and they are sister ships. So we know a little bit about it. In 2027, it's going to Norwegian fjords, Northern Europe. It's the short breaks. It's the 9 days. 9 days is the longest. You're going to get no more Mediterraneans. Who would I recommend it to? I recommend it to families who want loads of things happening, couples who want loads of things happening. We're talking ice rinks, water flumes. We're talking the whole package. It's go, go, go. Good entertainment. Who would you recommend Royal Caribbean to and Freedom of the Seas?
Exactly the same as you. Family with kids who want a really, really active holiday and actually, I'd say quite different to traditional cruising.
I would, definitely. The American style of cruising.
Yeah.
I would not recommend it to people on a budget, because Royal Caribbean is not cheap anymore. And people that want kind of just more relaxed, more chilled out, I would say.
Yeah, I can't really say that it would appeal to me personally. It's a bit too go-y for me. I like to lay back. Majestic Princess. Majestic Princess has an approximate capacity of 3,560 guests. In the summer of 27, it is fully cruising around the British Isles. Round and round she goes. So, who would we recommend this cruise to? So, Majestic Princess is a beautiful ship. It is aimed, or was aimed, at the Asian market. So, it's a stunning ship. We went on board for a day.
We did. We had a good look around.
We did, and we sampled some amazing food, I must say. So, ideal for foodies, ideal for people who want to go on a tour of the British Isles, which actually I think everyone should do one day. It is on my bucket list of things to do.
It's for a large obviously it tracks the American, but also it does track a lot of people from the UK, because it's a great way of discovering it all in one cruise, which I think is fantastic. But I'll pick up on your point as well, because it was made for the Asian market. If you know a princess ship, because you've been on lots of princess ship, check out Majestic, because there's loads of added things that are just really cool. Remember that wall of wishes?
Yeah.
And you had the topiary as well. So a really, really lovely ship. Obviously, it's not aimed at people who don't want British Isles cruises. So if you don't want to go around the British Isles, you want to have sort of guaranteed Mediterranean heat, then it wouldn't be for you in 2027. Borealis is up next with a capacity of 1,350. Little small ship. Summer 2027, we've got all sorts. Norway, Iceland, Scandinavia, short cruises, long cruises. Who would I recommend Fred Olsen Borealis to? I recommend people that have had enough maybe with P&O. They loved P&O in the past and they want to go back to a little bit more traditional, that more homely feel. It has great service on Borealis. They make it out to be almost like your home. Home away from home. Also, people that like port-based cruises, they have lots of ports on their itinerary, and they're smaller ships, so there's a lot of ports that the bigger ships cannot get to, so that's what I would recommend. It's not too bad. It's about average for price-wise. You do get more expensive ones, and you do get, obviously, cheaper ones. Who would I not recommend it to? Families who want lots to do.
Iona. So, Iona and Arvia, very, very similar ships. Iona holds a capacity of 5,200 guests. In summer of 2027, it is doing predominantly the Norwegian fjords. So they will be 7-day cruises. So a little bit different to Borealis. They won't be able to get into so many ports because it's a larger ship. So we would recommend this cruise for families again. Wouldn't necessarily recommend for people who don't like busy ships, because it can get really
big ships,
really busy on Iona. But again, beautiful ship. We really like Iona. We have been on it quite a few times now.
Just like Arvia, recommend it to first-time cruisers. First-time cruisers, perfect. Cruisers who are used to your hotel, it's a good transition over to Iona. I definitely recommend it for those. Before we continue, Rachel, why should we go to Facebook and follow Cruising with the 4Bs, all one word?
All one word. So we're trying to grow our Facebook at the moment. And Facebook's a little bit different. So I'm creating a lot of the content. It's a lot of everyday life stuff, everyday cruise stuff. So when we go on Princess, which will probably be on when this comes out.
Yeah, we're on there now.
We're on there now.
You having a good time?
Oh, amazing time.
They're having a great time.
So we will be doing content every day of all the ports we're going to, all about the ship. Get ready with me.
Oh, yes.
You name it. Food, drinks.
Follow us.
Great content will be coming your way.
Celebrity Apex has around 2,900 approximate capacity. Summer 2027, all types of lengths of cruises from week, 10 days, up to 2 weeks around the Mediterranean. Who would I recommend Celebrity to? Celebrity I would recommend for people who want to step up a little bit. So they are in the higher category. Not the highest category of cruises, but people that are in the higher category. So you're going to get more quality food. Entertainment. Also, it's very Americanized on board. It is a sister company to Royal Caribbean. So if you want that American feel, there's lots of places for peace and quiet. It's people who want that step up. I would definitely recommend it to Celebrity. who I would not recommend it to is people on a budget. Celebrity is not the cheapest. So also, we are taking our kids on board, but there's not a mammoth amount of activities on board. So if your kids are the type of kids, and they could be ours, that want water slides, non-stop activities, the kids club is on board, but it's rather small. So I would definitely take a look at the ships. Go and take a look at some of the ship tours to see if it would suit you. Any recommendations for Celebrity?
I haven't actually sailed Celebrity.
Well, we're going on board, so I recommend it to you, and I recommend going to Norway.
Yeah, I am very, very excited to try Celebrity Apex next year, going to Norway. Next up, we have Queen Mary 2. So Queen Mary 2 has an approximate capacity of 2,700 guests. Summer of 2027, it will be doing the transatlantic crossings plus Northern Europe. That was a little bit of a mouthful. So, who would I recommend Queen Mary 2 to? So, Cunard, very, very traditional cruising. I would recommend it to cruisers who firstly like Cunard, who enjoy wearing bow ties, having very, very fancy nights on board. Absolutely stunning ship. Again, very traditional. People who like sea days. People who like lots of sea days. Because if you're on the transatlantic, you're going to be at sea for quite some time. I would love to try a transatlantic one day.
Yes, we would.
Who would I not recommend this to? Well, just because it's doing the transatlantic, probably people with families.
People who like casual cruising.
Yeah.
If you there's so many days to dress up that I think obviously you can. There are still places on board, but I think to get the full experience on Cunard, you need to be dressing up and getting your bow tie on.
Yeah, otherwise you do. I would say Cunard is the only ship I've ever been on where I did feel slightly out of place when I wasn't really, really dressed up, because I don't do the whole formal evening gowns. And the other thing I wouldn't recommend to first-time cruisers, especially a transatlantic, they are really good deals. But if you go on a ship and you've never been on one and you have seasickness, you're going to have a pretty rough time. 2
points before we go on to our last ship that we're going to discuss. One is going for a makeover in 2027, so it's going to look brand spanking new. So if you've been on before, it might be time to go back on and check it out after it's had a massive refit. And secondly, yes, I would agree, not first time cruisers, but if you're going to have a cruising career, you need to go on the last ocean liner in the world, and that is Queen Mary at some point, even if it's only for a couple of days. What is our last one? Can you say that? I always find it hard to say this.
So this is why he's passing it on to me, isn't it? So the last one is MSC Meraviglia. Meraviglia. Basically, isn't that just Virtuosa, and isn't that the class, or is that the actual ship?
No, that's the actual ship, but the class is sister ship to Virtuosa, and we know Virtuosa very well. We've been on 3 times.
I think I've been on 4 times.
Yeah, no, almost 20 nights we've been on Virtuosa, so we know, and it's pretty much exact. There's like a couple of small differences. Rob doesn't get employed on this one. But anyway, quickly, 4,500 is the approximate guess, slightly more if there's more in each cabin. In summer, a bit like they've done with Virtuosa, with no short cruises. So no the little ones. So only 7-night cruises to Norwegian fjords, Northern Europe, and there's 1 2-weeker as well. Who would you recommend Virtuosa, Meraviglia to?
I would recommend it to first-time cruisers, a very easy ship layout. You can find your way around. I went on Virtuosa, the sister ship, with a bunch of friends who had never been on a cruise ship before, and actually they all loved it, found it very easy to navigate. I'd recommend it to families with young children. There is plenty to do on board. Who would I not recommend it to? I would not recommend it to people who are seasoned cruisers who want a bit of a quiet cruise. We did do Virtuosa last summer, and I said it was the last time I would ever step on board Virtuosa, just because it was ridiculously busy, and our balcony was the saving grace of the whole 2 weeks that we were on board.
But we will link it very, very shortly at the end, because we did have some really good points about it.
We did. Well. It is a lovely ship.
I would definitely recommend it for people who want a more Mediterranean style on board. It's an Italian cruise line, so you've got
very chilled,
Mediterranean filled, and I totally agree. I would not recommend it to people who want a quiet life and don't want a busy ship.
And lots of kids on board.
Don't forget to like this video, hit the subscribe if you love cruising, and also, where should we pop it? Should we pop it there? This was what we thought about Virtuosa last summer.